Now, if you've got any problems with red slime algae in your reef aquarium, then this is a very good product to consider using. This is Anti-Red by Aquametic. Basically, it just kills all the algae off. And if you do use this product, make sure that you turn off your UV sterilizer or ozone if you do run it, and remove any sorts of chemical filtration, like if you run carbon or anything like that, because that will remove the product from the water. And the algae will often release toxins into the water as the algae dies, so running the protein skimmer during this time is highly advisable. And then once you've done the treatment, then I'll usually, and the treatment by the way is 10 mils per 40 litres of water, and it's good to mix the solution in some water from the tank before you actually introduce it. And a lot of people will add a half dose and then wait a little while to see the reaction and then add the other half dose. And I find this is really quite effective. You find within 3 days it has killed a lot of the algae off, and if within 3 days it hasn't killed the algae off, then certainly feel free to repeat the dose until you actually do kill the algae off. And once the algae's died off, the next thing that I'll try and do is a decent water change, and I will try and add phosphate scrubbers, so things like Cephilophos or Phosban, to suck the phosphate out of the water, because as the algae dies, it's inevitable it's going to release phosphate back into the water. So therefore, once the Anti-Red's out of the system, the chances are the algae's just going to regrow unless you polish the water and polish out the phosphates, which actually cause the algae in the first place. So once again, this is a very fast, quick, effective way of killing off red slime algae. The other slower but effective way is just to use phosphate removers that are actually effective and keep the phosphate level at 0 for a period of time, which will eventually starve the algae. But quite often, because your aquarium is quite often in your lounge room or in a very predominant position of the house, you just don't have the patience to do that sort of method. So if you did consider using a algae killer, then this is a very good one, because I've used it with reef aquariums on many occasions and found that it really works quite efficiently, because red slime algae can be extremely demoralizing if you allow it to go on. So if you need to, give this stuff a crack. It certainly works for me.